he was shot in the back 6 times.
And also describing in detail Clark's last moments alive were not moments, but minutes.
Death was not instantaneous. Death took about 3 to 10 minutes.
And tensions are running high tonight after the autopsy results, giving us new insight into the night 22-year-old Stephon Clark was shot in his grandmother's backyard. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Christina Janes.
And I'm Adrienne Moore. We've broken down some of the key points here for you this evening. Dr. Bennett Amalu announced today there were 6 gunshots to Clark's back and neck, 1 gunshot wound to his side, another gunshot through his front leg. Dr. Amalu said, and we are quoting here, that he was not facing officers during the first hit. He also said it took between 3 and 10 minutes for Clark to internally suffocate as he bled to death and his brain lost oxygen. CBS 13 has team coverage on today's results. CBS 13's Drew Bolea is in South Sacramento for us, where Kings officials and leaders with Black Lives Matter are meeting.
But first, let's go to CBS 13's Mark Thompson, live outside the Sacramento Police Department with more on the independent autopsy results released. Mark?
Yeah, good evening. And police, they are not saying much in response at this time. Now, according to those independent autopsy results, Stephon Clark was struck a total of 8 times by Sacramento police officers, most of those shots hitting Clark in the back. Stephon Clark family attorney Benjamin Crump stood alongside Dr. Bennett Amalu at the Southside Christian Center in Sacramento as Amalu carefully outlined conclusions from the results of his independent autopsy.
He was shot from the back.
Amalu finding Clark was hit a total of 8 times by bullets fired from 2 Sacramento police officers, 6 shots striking Clark in the back directly, 1 shot to the side and possibly the back, and 1 shot to the leg.
Death was not instantaneous.
Sacramento police releasing the following statement, reading in part, further comment by the Sacramento Police Department prior to the release of the coroner's report along with the official review by the Sacramento County District Attorney and the California Department of Justice would be inappropriate at this time. The officers firing as many as 20 shots during the incident 2 weeks ago, suspecting Clark was breaking into cars and had a gun. Clark was unarmed, found with only a cell phone.
It's very simple. The narrative that had been put forth was that they had to open fire because he was charging at them. Well, obviously, based on Dr. Amalu's findings and the family's autopsy, it suggests all the bullets were from behind.
Cold-blooded murder.
Community activists now calling for justice.
It's a cry for a full conviction. Enough is enough.
And Dr. Amalu, who conducted that independent autopsy, says any one of the 8 shots that struck Clark could have been the shot to kill him. Sacramento police are reserving further comment until the results of the official autopsy from the county coroner's office are released. Back to you.
Mark Thompson, live in Sacramento for us. Mark, thank you. Now, one of the biggest questions that many people are asking tonight is which gunshot struck Stephon Clark first. Dr. Amalu explains.
The first shot he received would be number 7 to the left side and back of his chest. And the propulsion of the bullet and the injuries caused made him shove him around, and he turned around and his back was facing the officers.
So as we just saw, according to Dr. Amalu, that first shot was fired while Stephon's left side was facing officers, spinning him away from officers. 6 more shots were fired to his back and neck, and then 1 shot was fired into his leg while he was either falling or on the ground.
Now, the mayor released a statement in response to these autopsy results, saying in part, quote, "We knew the details of this horrific shooting were graphic and disturbing." He goes on to encourage those protesting to remain peaceful.